Not bad.
It was more in a loaf earlier.
Mhm.
Ugh, I'm feeling sick.
Why is that? Hmm? All right. Oh, what you working hard on, Matt?
3,000 lines of code review.
Filled with dancing pug. I love that.
Yeah. You know, I work for a Discord server of 20 shit posters. This is how I indicate that I'm actually doing real work.
I.e. fuck off.
Yeah, this is billable hours. Please don't ping me.
That's phenomenal.
The guy who I'm reviewing code for right now has something in his VS Code that makes it where comments get hard wrapped at 80 lines. And so every time he submits code, he has changed everyone's comments, which means the line count on all of his code changes is just through the roof. He'll like rename something and then it will reformat every string in the entire code base and make up. That's 2,000 lines of work. Fine. I don't hate it here.
That's phenomenal.
Are you still looking at Airbnb or are you doing your design doc again?
Yeah, I'm doing the design doc. Stupid, there's a fruit fly. Get out of here. Yeah. Ooh, maybe the shadows. Hmm. Tracked object.
Yeah. This is what my life is. So we've got this guy. I don't know if I've told you about him before, but he is like one of the smartest people I've ever worked with, and he writes all of our like darkest magic code. But he's also Russian. And so whenever you go to talk to him, he basically just calls you a dickhead and an idiot and says whatever you're requesting is wrong and you should feel bad for requesting changes to his code. But he writes all of the core things that everyone has to work with. And so today, other like 40-year-old, developers who've worked at the company longer than me went to me in DMs and said, hey, would you mind asking him if we can just have this one tiny change? And today I went to him with that tiny change publicly. And, he started biting my head off. And eventually they stood up and also started saying, no, that change would be pretty good. And he just kept screaming at everyone publicly until eventually deciding that actually we knew what we were talking about and agreed to make the change. And the CEO told us to go off into the desert and do peyote and come back as a happy family. This is my workplace.
That is a blessing to actually expense that trip. Change my mind.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, we're gonna have to import somebody from Russia to go capture you, kidnap them at the airport, drag them out into the desert, force feed them peyote. Come back
And
when he's a changed man.
yeah, he needs to learn how to play well with others. It's actually a problem. It's probably the greatest existential threat to my company is we have someone who's an absolute genius but does not play well with others. But that's life. When you're smart enough, you get to be rude. Yes.
Only for so long. People would rather. I mean, most people would rather deal with a kind idiot than a dickhead genius.
Yeah, but he then goes on to literally, he goes off into a cave and doesn't talk to anyone for 6 months, and then he comes back, and the code he's produced is actually our new core technology that is like our flagship selling point as a company. So it's like, okay, we put up with him being rude.
Okay, that's fair.
Ah, sweet release. I'm finally done with all of my chores. I get to write code again tomorrow.
That's funny.
I don't know. I keep getting pulled in to absolute dumb shit. That is a complete waste of my time. I'm writing code that's like being thrown away. And to the point that I've started making tickets of here are all the cool things that I'd love to be doing that I don't get to do because y'all keep asking me to do crazy shit. It's horrible. Just let me just work on what I know adds value. You hired me because you trust me.
See, that's part of the bureaucracy, right? Is that oftentimes when you do become a certain level of successful, you're not allowed to do the productive thing. All the
I know.
bureaucracy gets, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, in this case, it was. Um, we have like one big product that is like a $7 million a year contract. That's on like maintenance mode, like it's actually shipped to real people in real use. And it recently got a lot of criticism. And so we're heavy into the optics of making it look like we can do minor bug fixes on it fast. And so they came to my team and pulled us all into doing minor bug fixes on this thing. We're like, yeah, but we're supposed to be making the next $7 million contract, not life supporting this piece of garbage.
Matt,
Howdy.
howdy. I was like, I hear a voice I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Are you good?
Oh, we're doing great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard they were working on a game jam, and so I'm like, yeah, I'll listen in.
You're being drafted. Actually, what's happening?
No, I refuse. I'll critique. If you send it to me, I'll playtest it.
All right, bet.
Sure.
Cool.
How long do you guys have to make the game?
2 weeks as of yesterday. We're basically done.
Really?
No. I'm about halfway through the game design doc, I think, and then I'll have Sam and Josh. You guys got to read through it and critique me, or not even critique, collaborate.
Some coding too.
Yeah, you do some dev stuff.
Oh, honey.
Yes. Yeah, you can get. Yeah.
They're gonna be okay with that.
Yeah, that's the hurt. That's how I just put down. That's why I did that way.
Isn't this some physical guy?
I'm closing 10,000 tabs. I'm so happy.
I'm feeling so disconnected.
Why is that?
We're both just so busy.
Isaac,
Right. Yes.
you ever gonna answer the question I asked you earlier?
No.
Okay, good to know. You might need to find a new developer then.
What was your question?
Only a
time
question
boxing?
I've asked about, time boxing our efforts in the Godot. Like, I've asked like around half a dozen times at this point.
Yeah, well, my brain was still shutting down from the day, so now that it's in low power mode, it can provide you.
Some of those times were yesterday.
Yeah, right. I know. I think we can give it like what, 5 hours, 6 hours.
It's not just me. It's not just how far we get on the game. It's you and where you're comfortable at, right?
Right. I mean, like, so after pulling it up, mainly looking like when you were streaming yours,
I'm
it does
live on
it
YouTube
does
at the moment too. So right now,
What was that?
I'm streaming to YouTube right now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Drop the link, dog.
It's my channel.
There it is. I found it. I found him. I found him. Are you ready for the infinite echo?
Please don't.
Oh no, please.
Found him. Are you ready for the infinite echo?
All right, I killed Stream's ability to hear the Discord for the moment because you're terrible.
That's funny.
All right.
Yeah, so after kind of seeing the layout here, yes, this is very reminiscent of Unity. So I'm not too worried, honestly, about as far as like starting to get this to work. You know what I mean? Like how to play with this. Because really, yeah, I started to get familiar with Unity, but at the same time, it's like
Yeah, you were learning it just as we were really learning it, and like I was
right.
relearning it because I hadn't touched it in years at that point.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
okay. And this,
you
yeah.
can
So
see
you already
this-
got some of the sprite animations and stuff done. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on hooking up State Machine to pick the right animations. Um,
Yeah. So like I said, overall, I mean, I think we could throw a solid 6, like I said, a solid like 5 hours, 6 hours at it as your time boxable amount, and then kind of say, hey, how do we feel about it from here? My only thing is you'll have to. I know you kind of started to show me, but I definitely wasn't like ready to understand how to do the commits and the different private. What were you talking about with the private nodes or private commits, that kind of thing?
just making a branch for your stuff.
Yeah,
That's
that
all.
thing. Yeah. Hmm? Let me do-
Godot plays nice with version control. How
Yeah.
fancy.
Oh yeah.
When she lets me hold her and just like cuddle and smell her for a solid minute without whining, I reward her. She's
Yes, I
and I get my 1 minute of love.
force the cuddles upon her.
Wanna try another one? Yeah, I broke it up. Just for you. Okay, so you get one more before that. Wanna make it really now? You ready? You ready? Like, are you ready?
So I was thinking about puzzle elements. Okay. So obviously we kind of talked about the shadows, right? Manipulating shadows, that kind of thing. I'm thinking on if we have our split world, right? We got to have one side be the right, obviously like our light world, and that side's manipulating the light rays, and the other side is manipulating, I don't know, see, it's 50-50 on that. Cast shadow on one side to unveil, or would it be like a dark sun
Well,
thing?
I feel like they're connected in the sense that like I envision that light on the one side is casting a shadow into the other side.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. Yes. Pretty much.
So you aren't really doing anything puzzly in the left world at this point in time. I mean, you once we figure out what abilities you have, that can change. Like we talked
Yeah.
about it being opposites. Like if you were to cast fire, you get water.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Well-
But those don't really fit with the alchemy sort of theme. So.
Well, I was kind of thinking about that, right? And so what it also could be is we could also have levels where you're creating like a Rube Goldberg a little bit, like very lightly Rube Goldberg style machine, where you could drop a. I was thinking you could drop a portal, like a player dropped portal, that allowed an element or something, an element or an object, to pass from one world to the other, like it portal style. It goes in and pops out the other side. And then so you'd be able to like, and then say there's a game object like a cauldron or something, right, where you have to maybe put in a fire element on the light side, and then it passes through a shadow on the dark side and turns it into like, blue flame or something, and you have to be able to like, that makes sense. Like you can use like the environment to change, to get those elements that you may need on the other side over.
The elements tie into the alchemy. That's the thing we kind of threw those in there and just ignored the alchemy side of things entirely.
Well, alchemy, like he was saying in the thing, alchemy is the transmutation and transformation and stuff like that. It's not just potions.
Yeah, I know, but the elements themselves aren't necessarily alchemy. So how?
True.
I guess my point is we're not stuck on elements. We can do whatever we want, as long as we fit with that alchemy theme.
Yeah, and by no means do they have to be elements.
And let me pull it up, and I will read it word for word here. Here. So, shadows can relate to a number of different subjects outside of light levels. Think about shadow governments, secret societies, or elemental effects. Alchemy can be used for much more than mixing potions. Alchemy is about transformation, synthesis, combination, and hidden knowledge. Themes are meant to be a restriction that you need to solve your way out of. Don't despair if this is a theme you dislike. Instead, try to find a creative solution where you can have fun and try something you otherwise wouldn't have. As always, good luck. So that's what it says on the theme.
Okay.
Shadows and alchemy.
Okay.
So I'm playing the his the Heartbound soundtrack on the stream as like background music.
Nice.
Because he allows it to be used by streamers for free.
That's cool.
So that's pretty cool. It's actually pretty calming. If direction is to vector 2.0,
All right, I'm gonna head out and go get some dinner.
Hi, homie.
I'll see you in 6 months.
See you in 6 months.
Good catch up.
Oh, I'll see you in two. We'll see you in like 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, in person.
In person.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, see you.
See you. Does the kitty cat.
All right. So, based on our state, we can set our animation. Action. All right.
What?
Froze, and all the shelves broke because everything expanded.
Damn it. Do I need to run to the store?
I'm sure out of the 30 eggs that are in that carton, at least 1 or 2 are fine to eat. Like, what
Yeah, will you take a picture of the model and serial number on that so I can, and just text it to me so I can do some research on why the hell that thing's freezing?
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's happened before and we just never noticed, or if this is just the worst time, like the worst it's ever happened. And when I first noticed that it was getting a little cold in there, I even turned the temperature up.
Oh yeah, no, I turned it all the way up to 40 today. Yeah.
animation is equal to animation format dot format. What I'm gonna do first here. But we pass in. realize I've been showing the wrong screen for all this time.
I thought you were just really jiving to that guy, little dude dancing.
Nope, I've just been.
No, I'm just teasing. Oh, we're on villager up in this bitch.
Okay. All right. So cool. This is cool. We're getting really close to having animations fully wired up. All right, this should work. All right, now if I switch scenes here. You watching this, bro?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Oh, we're... It's at least...
Word.
So that means I need to fix this.
The up and the left, yeah.
But the left and the up are, or the left is, the left one is one that'll have to mirror the thing. This is
Oh,
literally, so the left won't work at this juncture in time.
Just copy the right movement to it, so he's just moonwalking.
Um. Gotta figure out why. So right's working as intended, but for some reason when I go up, obviously it's failing because there is no walk up. Well, what is there then? Well, let's transition back here. Let's pull up the animation tab here for our character. There is a walk down there. Should be a walk up. Did I not get that one? I must have not. So we'll add a new animation. We'll call it walk up. And we'll pull from the sheet. I gotta remind it that we're 32 by 32. And it's gonna be this one right here. We're gonna add this frame first. Duplicate it. Then come back in and add the second frame. That's not what we want our second frame to be. Add our second frame and duplicate that. If I save this and rerun, and transition. Back to debug. The scenes are broken. Which explains why it was so big. All right. So now walking left works. I need to flip the we're getting there, my dude.
Looking like it.
And so now it's being weird in the fact that it's defaulting back to up. I guess this is getting called every frame and we're telling it else up. We would probably want to say else if direction.y is less than 0. And then it stays the same otherwise that way. Cool. So I can now walk forward, walk to the left, and it zooms the idle. The left isn't working. And so what we need to do,
Well, that's working though, yeah.
what we need to do is mirror the state machine not happy. So So we need to if direction is equal to direction stop left, we need to do animate sprite 2D dot for page. can just do it this way. Which is equal to direction is equal to direction stop left. If direction is equal to direction stop left, we want to
All right, bud. I gotta go take off here. I gotta go help.
one second. Dude.
Okay. Okay.
We're pretty close to a breakthrough for you. All right. You ready to watch this, my friend?
Watching.
The up walk's still broken. But
Hey. Yeah, but at least shows the right frame. Or it shows, the
it's
The
the right
idle
direction.
for-
It's just doing the idle for the up instead of for whatever reason.
said the walk up, yeah. Yeah. Good shit.
But the left's working now, so.
Well, good shit, buddy. Cool. All right,
And
I'm gonna go.
whichever direction you stop in, it
Idles in that way. Yeah.
idles in that way, yeah.
Well, cool. Oof.
I think I might just have that animation incorrectly selected. Like, it's probably correctly selected via code, just I think the sprites may have been the wrong ones.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, cool.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm gonna go keep typing away on this game design doc for a little bit. I'll go help
Cool.
Cam with dinner.
getting this done, once the character is done and moving, then it's just a matter of setting up two scenes, two characters that can be linked together, and what I'll do is I'll have it's set so that there's the state where the players are linked, and then there's a is focused, and if it's linked, then we'll move both players. Otherwise, we move the one that's focused. So
Okay. Yeah.
should be pretty simple to set up and get two characters moving in conjunction with one another, and then that sets us up for the future when we have a focused character.
Hell yeah.
And then beyond that, it's just trying to then set up the two worlds and make it mock up a level and any abilities their character has. Don't know what those would be really at this point. But yeah, so we're getting somewhere.
We're getting somewhere.
When we start getting much further than this, I'll need to start setting. We'll need a tile map or a tile set that I can use to make a level. And it may be a tile set for one side of the world and different tile set for the other side of the world. I don't know how you're kind of the visionary guy there.
Yeah, I figured same tile set, just shader difference, or possible just like color saturation difference.
I guess that's fair. We can modulate the tile maps, I think.
Yeah, or possible, yeah, like an inversion, like invert the colors and then maybe, or yeah, probably not invert.
I don't think we can do a full-on inversion of the colors. No, but I think we can give it a tint, tint to color.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could invert the colors, but realistically, I think the easier way to go about that would have just a different set of assets that are the same things, just inverted. But
yeah.
But yeah,
cool.
So it's coming along good. It's I'm gonna finish up the movement stuff, get that squared away, and then I might call it a day here myself. But you can see we've come a little ways, and we've got a moving character doing things. I'm excited to see where this goes, but gonna have to be some long evenings, I guess, this weekend and stuff. But
are you working tomorrow?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I need to get some work done, but yeah, I'll try to not make it a full day.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to wrap up early tomorrow too, so maybe have some time to work on it tomorrow afternoon.
Sounds good, my dude.
Awesome. Yeah. Also, too, that itch page I linked you, that was the tile map I was intending on using, just because I think stylistically it's simple and it should be easy to copy or
the
take
fantasy
inspiration.
one?
Yeah. It should be really easy to slot characters into that. You know what I mean? Like create custom characters or custom like art that is very matches that style.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'd love to do a 32 by 32 pixel map, but I'm not that good of an artist.
Yeah, and I think like it's going to be a matter of just mocking up the tile maps, and
Right.
I think it will be relatively straightforward here. Yeah, I'll pull down those like the fantasy. Which one of these? There's a whole page of them. Which one were you thinking?
Let me get back to it.
At least to start with, we can use multiple of these. But...
Yeah, I can just start with the I guess just the basic fantasy.
Yeah, we can give levels their unique feel through these two.
Yeah,
but that's just
exactly.
more complexity. So just start with one and go from there.
Yeah. So, cool. Bye, bud.
Cool.
Get you.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, guys. So, we got some cool stuff going on. Let me come back to the 2D side of the scene. I want to come to the animation player. And I want to watch this walk up animation. Yeah, this clearly isn't the right. All right, let's see. Down, left, right, up, baby. I'm gonna redo the idle up animation too, because it looks like it's moving faster than everything else. Sorry about that. I keep forgetting to transition back before closing that out, and I honestly didn't even need to close it out. I just did. Pretty new to this whole streaming thing, and I really only decided to do it because I wanted to document this process. So the whole idea of this is we're building a 2D top-down puzzle game where you will have, at the start at least, sort of two different dimensions. Your normal dimension and some inverted dimension or dark dimension. And you'll be controlling a player that is across both dimensions and is moving in unison. But you have to do certain things in one dimension to affect the other and to solve the puzzles. There's later idea thoughts that we can desync the two different dimensions, and that can create its own unique elements. Like we wanted to do a sort of time element where you have to go through in the normal dimension and do a bunch of things, and then time gets rewound, and then you get switched to controlling the dark dimension or inverse dimension character, and you'll have cues of when the things are going to happen, and you'll have to take advantage of what you did on the first pass through. So these are sort of the ideas that we're toying with, and for now we're just going to start with 2 linked characters, but we want to be able to expand this, and I don't know how far we'll get in this game jam. We'll probably get a few levels of linked characters, and we might get a single level of desync, but that's just an extra level of complexity that we're not sure we'll get to in time for the jam to be over. But hate that I have to keep telling it that it's a 32 pixel, but let's save that. Let's run it and transition it for you guys, and we'll see here. There we go. That's more like it. And so the animation is based purely off of vector maths. So we've got a pretty satisfying character here. And in terms of his animations, his movement, they feel right. Obviously, there's other animations that we could wire up here, but I think we're flexible enough here in the script that it's based off of your state and your direction. So we have basic animations, and I think because we've got all the directions set up and the figuring out what direction you're figuring out your state, all that's set up properly. Once we are able to wire in those other states, those animations should play just fine, assuming the animations are done right in the animation editor. And that would be on me if that's not the case. So now we want to set up this character to be synced up with another character. And then we want to set this up to be linked to another character entity. And have provisions for is focused. So I want to have var is focused. True. So we'll set that to be true. Var int player if linked player or is focused. And so if we come out here, we can see is focused. We are focused. So let us run, and then I will switch you guys over to C. And we see we can move, we can move, we can move. If we uncheck is focused, interesting. So what this means is that we've got, let me go back to the editor. All right. So what we've got here, what we're dealing with is in the event, we're basing our state machine off of purely the direction vector. That's all fine until we decide we want to manually not move our character. Our character doesn't in fact move because the commands that do the moving are conditionally are not happening when they're not supposed to be happening. That being said, we're still playing the animation. And we don't want to just simply move the play animation in here. Because we still have an animation we probably want to be playing, an idle animation if we're not moving. But we need to be more careful about how we choose our state machine, how we set our state machine. All right. So we can actually just get smarter about this. 52. 52 to 0. Do 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 do. Player. So now that if I go in here and I give player 2 focus, take away player 1's focus, and we rerun things, and we transition, now player 2 gets to move freely. And now we could rerun it again, and they should move in unison, even though neither of them is focused because they have a linked player. Nice. Let's save this. And I think we're going to call it there. I'm going to call it there, I think. I will go through the process of Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is going to be it for the dev stream tonight. I don't know if and when people are going to see this, but I'll be here continuing to do this for the next 2 weeks, as of yesterday, till this jam's over. I may decide to stream any other future developer endeavors that I may get myself into. I have been considering building a web app for some time to sort of stretch my full stack skills. I'm a full stack dev full time, but there's technologies I don't get to work with on a daily basis that I've been itching to touch. So we'll see what happens. We'll get to do some good stuff, and if this catches on, then this is definitely something I could do more regularly. I'm an avid gamer. I'm a developer. I'm a Christian. I'm a car enthusiast. There's a lot of things I like, and I have always considered starting a YouTube channel, but could never narrow it down to just one of the things that I enjoy. I enjoy cooking. And so, if I were to do a YouTube channel and made a serious attempt at it, I would want it to be, come live life with me. Come experience the things I enjoy. And so it's going to be a little bit of everything. It's going to be, if I were to do a YouTube channel, it'd be a little bit of, working on classic cars. It'd be a little bit of game development. It'd be a little bit of web dev. It'd be a little bit of playing video games, cooking. If I enjoy it, I want to document it, and that's where the heart of that comes from. So this was sort of a first step here, because I genuinely just wanted to document this game jam. I think it's a fun thing that we're doing. I'm excited for it. And it's honestly the first time in a while that I've not been so burnt out that for a while I've been so burnt out that I haven't had the drive to do anything like this. So, we did a game jam a couple years ago. It was much shorter than this one. Isaac and Matt, the people who were on here, were with me in that endeavor as well. And this time it's me, Isaac, and a friend of mine, Josh. So, it'll be a good time. We're gonna enjoy the process as much as we enjoy the end result, and if not more than. And yeah, hopefully those of you who see this will get to benefit as well. Again, thanks for watching. See you guys.